Say dad.
Dada.
Oh! See, you said it, dude. You said it. Say dad.
I don't want to make personal enemies of people I don't know. There's a guy called Adam22. Once again, I have no idea who this man is. I just saw on Twitter yesterday that he was with a porn star who'd never done a male scene. They got married, and like a week after their marriage, she did her first male scene with some random dude. And he's on a podcast defending it.
Did his wife have sex with somebody else?
Correct. Why? Like, this is the level you can, but this is what the Matrix wants from you as a man. They want the woman in charge and the man below with no backbone, because if the woman's in charge, they can emotionally affect her. They can scare her. You can scare a woman easier than you can scare a man. A man. A real man's hard to scare. A woman you can make afraid of the vaccine, right? Be afraid, COVID, be scared. If she's in charge of the household, I would argue in nearly any household where the female was dominant, everyone's vaccinated. I would argue that point hard.
Like, hey, Jason, my wife's a big fan. She wants to shoot a movie with you. What are your movie filming rates? I'm like, yeah, just 4K. He's like, okay, that's fine. We'll give you 10. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go there and I shoot the film with the woman. I dropped some severe glizzy destruction on her. And the husband is recording this, right? I'm like, this is weird as shit. I'm like, some people, I never understood it, right? Nonetheless, so I dropped the glizzy on the woman or whatever. So she dropping the go 3,000. She's saying, hey, little man, you like that? He was like, yes, ma'am. She belongs to the streets.
Smile on the months you had sex.
January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December.
If you are a single, ambitious, career-oriented woman and you're starting to feel the pressure of the biological clock, here's why I think you need to stop fixating on it a little bit, okay? Now, I coach a lot of divorcees, a lot. And one of the biggest patterns I see is women who succumb to societal pressure, rush into the wrong relationship, and then wake up 10 years down the road and they don't recognize themselves. They're like, I've lost my sense of identity. I put all my goals on pause for my partner, and they end up becoming resentful. They want a second wind, so they file for divorce, and it's way harder to start over later in life. So here's why I think you need to take your foot off the gas and prevent this from happening. Recognize that relationships always require compromise, okay? And if you're not ready to make those sacrifices, then you're not ready for a relationship, and that's fine. But what's not fine is making fear-based and impulsive-based decisions that cost you more time down the road rather than waiting for the right person, and also acting out of a place of abundance where it's like, no, I get to decide who I want in my life, and I'm not just choosing people because I feel like I'm running out of time.
Men, she's giving y'all the modern woman game right here. Roar out in your 20s, get a degree, become successful, see that you running out of time, rush in, grab the next sucker to settle down with, then 10 years later, divorce you, and while she's dismantling not only your manhood, but also your estate, she's off looking for her next soulmate to crush. Listen to me when I say this to you. Modern Western women are never satiated. They are never satisfied. If you're taking these modern women seriously, you are in a losing game. It's sort of like she's a crackhead and westernized feminism and materialism is her crack pipe. But this is the new dating strategy now. So you have been warned. But what's so crazy is that there's legit divorce coaches that make a living off of your marriage not succeeding. There's legit coaches for it, as if this is like tennis or baseball or some shit like that.
Mr. and Mrs. Rivera, I'm glad you're getting a divorce. Mrs. Rivera, I will say this to you. You're foolish. You had a good thing. As soon as it wasn't a perfect thing, it made you angry. Nobody's ever going to be perfect. You most certainly are not perfect. And the next guy you get is not going to be perfect. And unless you're willing to put up with a little bit of, they say for better or for worse for a reason. It's not going to be all lollipops and sunshine. And when it's not lollipops and sunshine for your husband, you at least give him a lollipop. You might not be able to make the sun shine, but you can give him a lollipop, and you didn't do it. You decided that your marriage was about you, for you, and because of you, and when he hit a rough patch, you were like, I'm sick of you. I'm tired of it. You're not a king and wonderful anymore because you're not doing everything I want to. You're no longer Mr. Perfect, and I have no obligation to give anything to you. That's tired and that's sad and it's good.
Let me see what you look like under the mask. Like, why are you hiding your face?
So you're gonna show what's underneath?
I'm hiding my face for the same reason you're wearing makeup.
No way, boy. Boy, no way, boy.
Boy, no way, boy. No.
Catch you at your crib if you read this is too late. When the chopper at a nigga, now he running like a track race. Catch a nigga while he waiting on his dinner, cause his head off his ass with a full plate.
Hold on, baby.
What? What? God damn!
Hold on,
Yo! Yo! Now that's how you take care of a baby. Wait, hold on, let's mute this. God damn! Yo. Yeah, at least baby got a helmet on at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Just don't let mom dudes get a hold of this tape because she gonna file for divorce, put him on child support, and call CPS at the same goddamn time. You understand me? So, at the end of the day, it's actually quite encouraging to see parents taking their children outdoors because nowadays, children are just ways up on sugar, snacks, and iPads and shit like that. But this is what we call hands-on parenting.
Do you believe in equal pay for equal work?
Yes, absolutely.
Men are being underpaid on OnlyFans.
We're not demonstrating against those issues. We're demonstrating.
I am though.
No, oh, you are. But
I am.
We have a different cause here. All jobs that put food on the table matter.
Men on OnlyFans matter.
No, they're not.
You got these 18-year-old women, they can pay their rent just by taking the shitty iPhone pictures of their butthole, and I don't think it's fair. This is the pressing issue of our time.
Yes. Well, it is not. I'm offended.
Rate me on a scale from 1 to 10, but first, take a good look.
I'm gonna say hard 4.
What? That's kind of low. What could be better?
Well, your foundation doesn't match your neck, you got fake tits, and your eyes are kind of spread far apart.
How do you know they're fake?
Just by the whole overall body size, that does not match up.
That was kind of rude. Thank you.
You realize that not all men are rapists, right?
I know that not all men are rapists, but not all men are not prone to it.
What if men say, all women are liars?
All women are liars and all men...
I'm using it as an
But all men could have potentially attacked me? You have a mother, right? Have you ever asked them, have they been attacked, assaulted, raped?
Yes.
Okay, and what would they say to you?
They haven't.
Exactly. But do you think that it's honestly true, or do you think that that's what they told you? How many men do you know that have assaulted a woman? None? How does the math on that add up?
You do realize that not all men are rapists, right?
Only engage in conversations with women like this strictly for entertainment purposes only. You can't change women like this's mind, and why would you even want to waste your time in doing that? Their minds are too far gone, so much so that their identity is wrapped into being a victim. But what is scary is imagine a place where someone like this gets into a position where they can write laws to determine the outcome of a nation. Absolutely terrible idea.
Right now it is. Yeah.
Damn.
Not bad, baby doll.
Yo.
That's it. That's about it.
Yo, it's almost like the engineers were like, yo, how can we make something that is still dangerous as hell while still technically being legal? Like they couldn't stop the crane as it's going up. Like, no, for efficiency's sake, we're just gonna keep it rolling. If you miss it, you miss it. If your arm and your shoulder comes up with it, it is what it is, all right? Get back in there, champ. And by the way, too, if there's any feminists out there that want to fight for the rights of equality and join your brethren over here to trip pipe with them, I'm sure they're going to be accepting applications. To the next one.
I tried so hard and got...
Copyright. Nah, yo. Yo, it's one thing to be working on these goddamn oil rigs and shit like that and working next to all of that machinery. I think you could try to learn, right, how to not die. But to be dangling 1,000 feet in the air by your ball sack, It's just way too much for me. Like the height shit, I could never get used to. There's no getting used to heights. You just got it or you don't. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is a job right here where you have to have stoicism baked into your blood. Like, it has to be on your resume. It's got to come with stoicism recommendations, because panicking in a situation like this will get you killed. It absolutely will. Yo, what do they got to do if, like, you got to use the bathroom or something like that? Like, do they bring up pee bags and shit up there? Like, like, damn, this shit is so crazy. And they talk about being a mother is the most difficult job in the world. Give me a break.